Today, I invited over 100 aviation YouTubers to participate in one giant Denver airport update. We have some popular aviation YouTubers such as...
Hey everyone, this is Alvin from 1 Week to Go.
Yo, what's up? Citrus Aviation here.
Hello everyone, this is Aviation 18.
Hello everyone, this is CM Aviation. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day.
Hey everybody, it's AS Aviation.
Hello everyone, it's Star Alliance Man.
Hello everyone, it's Gemini Just 2000.
Hello everyone, this is Bryce from Skylight Productions.
Hello everyone, this is CLT Aviation 13.
And on top of that, we have a brand new terminal for my Denver airport. Enjoy the video. Starting off at the Concourse A gates, which is housing many different airlines such as Delta, Allegiant, Frontier, United, and many international carriers. At Concourse A in the real-life airport, there are 60 gates in total. Starting off this massive airport update with more than 100 aviation channels, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo in the Colorado the Bighorn Sheep livery, heading out to Las Vegas.
Starting off the video, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus 321 in the Max the Lynx livery, just arriving from St. Louis and is offloading the passengers.
Following that, we have this Frontier Airlines A320neo in the Georgia the Painted Bunting livery who is loading on passengers for the new inaugural flight to Eagle Vale, Colorado.
Following that, we have this Delta Airlines 737-900ER. This aircraft will be departing for a flight out to Minneapolis.
Next up, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A321neo getting fueled up as it has just arrived in from Atlanta, Georgia.
And just getting catered, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320 in the Griswold the Bear livery. This aircraft just arrived in from Seattle.
Following that, we have a JetBlue Airlines Airbus A321 loading on the baggage and passengers for the flight out to New York JFK.
Following that, we have a United 737 MAX 9 in the old livery heading out to San Diego.
Next up, we have a United Airlines A319 in the new livery, which just pulled into its gate from Memphis.
Just getting heavily serviced, we have this gorgeous United Airlines A321neo. This aircraft will be heading out to Chicago.
Next up, we have this United Airlines 737-900 getting ready for pushback for the flight out to San Francisco, California.
Starting off with the internationals, we have this United Boeing 787-9 in the old livery, which has arrived in from Tokyo.
And next up, we're covering this United 787-9 in the new livery, heading out to Rome, Italy, which is a new route from Denver that's going to be starting later this year in May 2025.
And following that, we have this Turkish 787-9, which has just arrived in from Istanbul in Turkey and is in the process of offloading the passengers.
Next up, we have this Breeze Airlines A220-300, which just pulled into the gate from Rhode Island.
Next up, we have this beautiful Iceland Flight 200 in the 80 Citrus Aviation livery, getting service for their flight out to Keflavik.
And following that, here we have the Volaris Airbus A321, which is currently loading on passengers for its flight out to Mexico City.
Next up, we got a Lufthansa Airbus 340-300 going out to Munich.
Next up, we have a new route. This Allegiant Airlines A319 is getting baggage loaded on for the flight out to Idaho Falls.
Next up, we have this Delta Airlines 757-300, also known as a Flying Pencil, which will be departing shortly for the flight out to Atlanta.
Following that, we have a Delta Airlines A319, which has just arrived in from Detroit.
Following that, we have this Delta Connection CRJ 900 getting a service for a flight out to Salt Lake City.
Next up, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A319, which is now retired, heading out to Pensacola.
Next up, we have this Frontier Airlines A321 in the Steve the Eagle livery, which have just arrived in from Houston Intercontinental Airport.
For the purpose of this video, I wanted to tell you guys where I get all of my aircraft models from. I get them from the Midwest Model Store. If you end up using my code MileHigh Aviation at checkout, you get 10% off of your entire cart, and it also helps support my channel, so thank you. Starting off at the only runway at my airport, we have runway 34 right, which is one of the larger runways, and it measures 12,000 feet in length.
Fourth in line for departure, we have this Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 8, and the honoring those who serve livery, heading out to Portland.
Third in line for takeoff, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A220-100 heading out to Seattle.
Second in line for departure, we have this JetBlue A320 in the Blueberry's tail heading out to Boston.
And just holding short runway 34 right, we have this UPS 747-8 heading out to Louisville.
Just departing runway 34 right, we have this United 767 in the new livery, headed out to Houston, George Bush.
And next up here we have this British Airways Airbus A350-1000. This aircraft is going to be heading out to London Heathrow in the UK. British Airways have operated this route from London Heathrow to Denver for a very long time now. They started this service all the way back in 1998, and they've operated a plethora of different aircraft over those years, from of course the 747 to the 777 and now the A350, one of the of course most modern aircraft BA have to offer.
After the British Airways A350, we have this Aeromexico 737-800 in the Corona Beer livery, departing out to Monterey, which is a new route.
Moving on to Concourse B, which is currently housing all United Airlines aircraft, also featuring a new expansion much like Concourse A and Concourse C. In total, this terminal has 82 gates in the real-life airport, and this terminal is a mile long in real life.
Next along here we have the United Airlines Boeing 757-300 flying pencil, which he was coming in from Los Angeles today.
Next up, we have this United Airlines 737 MAX 9 loading on the passengers for the flight out to Raleigh, Durham.
Next up is the United Airlines 777-200 loading on the passengers and crew for the flight out to Kona.
Alright, and next up we've got a United 787-10 in the old livery, just offloading passengers after coming in from Los Angeles.
Next up, just right here, pushing out of the gate, we have this United 737-800 in the old merger Continental livery, and he is just pushing back for his flight out to Grand Junction, Colorado.
After that we have this United Airlines Airbus A319, and this is getting serviced for its flight out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Next up, we have this Mesa Airlines CRJ-900, operating for United Airlines heading out to Santa Fe.
Moving on to the next, we have this United Airlines CRJ-200, which just arrived in from Colorado Springs.
Next up, here we have the Embraer E145 from United in the old livery, which has just landed from Dodge City, Kansas.
Next up, we have this SkyWest CRJ-700, operating for United Airlines, and he'll be heading out to Aspen in Colorado.
Pulling into the gate, we have this United Airlines Embraer 175 in the old livery, arriving in from St. George, Utah.
After that, we have this Republic Airways Embraer E170 operating under United Airlines, and it will be heading out to Appleton, Wisconsin today.
Next up, we have this United Express Embraer 175, which is just arriving in from Springfield, Missouri.
Following that, we have this United Express CRJ-700 arriving from Palm Springs.
And up next, we have the United Express E175 with service to Aspen. So this is newly served to Aspen. It was previously, a CRJ-700 exclusively serving the route, but technology has enabled the E175 to now fly into Aspen. So that'll be heading there shortly.
Just getting ready for pushback, we have this United Express CRJ-200 heading out to Salina, Kansas.
Just getting fueled up, we have this United Express Mitsubishi CRJ-700 arriving from Durango in Colorado.
Next up, we have this United Airlines Embraer 145 in the new livery, which will be departing in 15 minutes for the flight to Lubbock, Texas.
Just offloading passengers, we have this United Airlines E170 in the old livery that just arrived in from Bishop, California.
And next up here, we have this United Express CRJ-200. This aircraft is in the new livery, and it's just arrived in from Dickinson, North Dakota.
And here we have this United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 heading out to Tulsa, Oklahoma today. United Airlines operates this route 4 times a day, whereas Southwest Airlines operates this route 3 times a day.
Next up here we have this United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the old Continental color scheme. This aircraft is going to be heading out to Washington Dulles.
Next up, we have this United Boeing 757-200 in the new livery, arriving in from Newark, Liberty.
Arriving into the gate, we have this United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Star Wars livery,
arriving in from Fort Myers.
Next up, we have this United 737-800 heading out to New York LaGuardia.
Here we have the United Boeing 757-200 in the California Hall Hill livery. This aircraft will be going out to La Hui. Most of the flights operate on the Boeing 757 out of Denver, go on the 757-300, but there are still a few 752 routes that are kicking around.
And finishing off with Concourse B, we have this United Airlines Airbus A320 in the Friendship livery, which has arrived from Santa Ana.
And here we have an Air Canada A220-300 taxiing after arrival from Vancouver.
Just taxiing between the B and C gates, we have the Southwest 737 MAX 8 in the Canyon Blue Retro livery, arriving in from Chicago Midway.
Just taxiing after landing, we have this United Airlines 737-800 in the new livery, which just arrived in from Albuquerque.
Just taxiing here, we have this Alaska Airlines 737-900 in the More to Love livery, which just arrived in from Seattle.
Moving on to Concourse C, which is currently housing Southwest Airlines and American Airlines. In total, this concourse has 63 gates, including the brand new expansion that was completed in 2022. And with that new expansion, this makes Concourse C larger than the Concourse A, so it is the second largest concourse at Denver Airport.
Starting off a C concourse, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Louisiana 1 paint scheme, which will be departing out to Sarasota.
Next up, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery, offloading the baggage after arriving in from San Jose, California.
Next up, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700, just loading on the final passengers and getting ready for pushback for the flight out to Long Beach.
Next up, we have the Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 in the Emua 1 livery, getting baggage loaded on for the flight out to Oakland, California.
Following that, we have this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Canyon Blue livery, arriving in from Chicago O'Hare.
Coming in from Houston Hobby Airport is the Southwest 737-800 in their Heart livery, with service next going to San Diego.
Coming up first today, we're at the American Airlines gates, where this American Boeing 737 MAX 8 is about to head off to Miami.
Next up, we have this American Airbus A321 in the Medal of Honor livery, arriving in from Philadelphia.
Getting catered, here we have an American Airlines Airbus A320, who will be loading up passengers shortly for the flight out to Charlotte.
Right in front of you guys, we have this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the beautiful chrome retro livery, which will be headed out to Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport in Arizona.
Wrapping up this side of the C concourse, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Colorado 1 livery, loading on the passengers for the flight out to Omaha.
Just arriving into the gate, we have this Southwest 737-700 in the Missouri 1 paint scheme, arriving from Memphis.
Following that, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the new livery, which will be departing out shortly for the flight out to St. Louis.
Just getting catered, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the California 1 livery, arriving in from New York LaGuardia.
Following that, we have this beautiful Southwest Airlines 737-700 with the split scimitar winglets, who just arrived from Bozeman, Montana.
We're getting the passengers and the baggage loaded on, and we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800 headed over east to the Miami International Airport.
Next up, we have this 737-700 of Southwest in the new color scheme, just offloading its baggage after coming in from Providence, Rhode Island.
And wrapping up the video, we have the Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 getting the baggage loaded on for the flight out to Houston, Texas.
That does conclude today's massive airport update with over 100 aviation channels. I hope you guys did enjoy. It did take me a few months to edit and put all of this together, so if you did enjoy today's video, please consider leaving a like or a comment on your thoughts. And if you really enjoyed it, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more future videos like this. Thank you for all of you that were a part of this video, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.